athletes can spring into attack even after 100 kilometers riding. At this time, I'd like you to have a guess. What their daily training may be like. I will give you two choices. The first one, just like these two pictures, suffering. And the second one, just like this video, relaxing. Okay, the video is done here, and I think all of you have finished your choice, right? So it's time to unveil the truth. These elite endurance athletes mainly train themselves through long, low-intensity rides. Whoa, low intensity? Seriously? I know it's hard to believe, but it is true. This interesting way of training is not painstaking, but still effective. Physiologists name it Zone 2 training. And this is what I want to talk about today. At its core, Zone 2 training is endurance exercise performed at a low to moderate intensity, at which extent you can still hold a conversation. While it may sound simple, the real power of Zone 2 training lies in the ability to teach resilience and persistence. To use this theory with facility, we must fully grasp its theoretical basis. So our next question comes to, how does this method work and what's the science behind it? Generally, according to Dr. Stephen Saylor, this type of training builds aerobic efficiency, which gives the ability to sustain effort over long periods without fatigue. That's the reason why Zone 2 training makes up 80% of elite athletes' endurance workouts. Zone 2 training primarily develops aerobic efficiency through three ways in our body. The first one, mitochondrial biogenesis. Regular Zone 2 training increases mitochondrial density by 25 to 50% in skeletal muscles. In this case, fat oxidation and energy production will be enhanced. The second one, capillary development. Studies show that 6 to 8 weeks of Zone 2 training increases capillary density by 15 to 20%. This can help improve oxygen delivery to working muscles, so your muscles will be more energetic. And the third one, lactate clearance. At this intensity, lactate production equals clearance, allowing sustained effort without fatigue accumulation. This means you will feel less tired in your future competitions than before. Combining the three changes I mentioned, our body can work effectively when doing sports like cycling. Athletes who incorporated Zone 2 training can improve their endurance by 12 to 15% more than those who only did high-intensity workouts. Of course, adding some high-intensity workouts is necessary, but before doing that, many cyclists, like Tadej Pogacar, spend 80% of training time in Zone 2 training. After holding a comprehensive understanding of this theory, we can cast our gaze towards the scenario I mentioned at the beginning of my talk, Tour de France. Tour de France is the world's toughest cycling race. At the same time, it is the perfect proof of the power of Zone 2 training. Cyclists ride more than 3,500 kilometers over 21 days, facing terrain, weather, and exhaustion. Even in such several conditions, they are capable of completing their riding. And here are two examples of the top cyclists in the Tour de France. They both give credits to Zone 2 training. The first one, Tadej Pogacar, a three-time winner, spends more than 20 hours per week in Zone 2 training. According to his own claim, this method builds his endurance so he can attack in critical moments. And the second one, Jonas Vingegaard, the 2022 and 2023 champion, credits his victory to his patience in Zone 2 before unleashing his power in the Alps, the queen stage of the whole race. They are both very successful cyclists, and they don't win by going all out every day. They win by taking Zone 2 training. They win by staying disciplined. They win by pacing themselves and trusting the training process, just like how we should approach our own goals. As I said, when I first heard about Zone 2 training, I was skeptical. As a senior high school student, I was used to push myself to the limit. And I once had the creed, no pain, no gain. But everything changed when I started to enhance my competence. A coach introduced me to Zone 2 training, emphasizing that real progress comes from consistency, not suffering. At first, it felt counterintuitive. Riding at a relaxed pace while watching others sprint ahead was frustrating. However, one moment stands out. After several months of training, I decided to test this popular training plan and myself through a 300-kilometer striding around the lake Taihu. And my journey was basically like this. Pacing strategy: maintain 65 to 70% of the maximum heart rate for first 200 kilometers. And power output 200 and 230 watts. Average speed 30 kilometers per hour. 3 months of Zone 2 training improved me a lot. This was evident in my Taihu ride. For I maintained 95% of the initial power output for the final 100 kilometers. The metabolic advantages of Zone 2 training were also crucial in my Taihu ride. I consumed only 25 grams of carbon per hour via energy gels without energy depletion. So this is what my power meter data finally showed. And this perfectly meets my expectation. Just like the photo on the right, I could still hold my phone to take a picture even at the very last of that ride. In the world, I remember my cycling creed. Pace yourself, the finish line will come. Just like Dr. Stephen Saylor states, first build the engine, then tune it. In this fast-paced world, we are tempted to chase quick results, but true resilience comes from persistence, not bursts of effort. Thank you.